promo Agumon. Just so great, that extra 2K. And you might be thinking, oh, that 2K is not really needed. Yeah, it's needed. It's needed, especially if you have a mirror match or when you need to go big. Jessamine is not your friend, and as much as anyone is, I have had a hard time against Jessamine, and I got a very much lucky multiple times against Jessamine, and he's the reason why. He's definitely been the reason why. And if anybody's thinking, oh, you can't get this, it's the promo Agumon, go down over here, get this one from the promo. It's the same card, just different thing. Looks even cooler in my opinion. I'm just sticking with the regular promo because it's not really hurting me. Don't really need to. This is not. This is more like a upgrade for all art, and it's really good. But it's just promo. In the end of the day, it's still the same promo card. Next off is our Greymons. And we start with Greymon X. Yes, the limit card and the thing that literally is great, but I just refused to play when it was at 4. Now, you may be thinking, why would you refuse to play this at 4? Because I have to deal with people hating Greymon as in general. All my friends hate Greymon to a degree, and and I legit told him like, yeah, this is the reason why it was just too powerful. I kept trying to convince people it's not powerful, so don't play the card. Was because I didn't want people to play this card and then be bashing on Greymon. Look, I tried, couldn't get it. It got hit. I didn't complain as much. I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'm not. It's what it is. You could play it at 4. When it was at 4, I just refused to play it. But I wasn't even playing Greymon at that time. I think I was playing Bloomlord at the time. Other decks. It was my time when I was getting away from Greymon for a little bit. Next is Greymon BT12. I like this card because of its inheritor effect of all turns, just like BT12's Agumon. And I forgot to say that. I really do. This 1K again, so much annoyance, especially when you get dealing with DP reduction after you have your Metal on X effect the next turn done. Everyone forgets about it. Like the inherit effect, that inherit effect. So annoying. It's never truly dead. You have to do more, and this is the reason why I like it. Now I know this card is not everyone's favorite card, and to be very honest, I play it. I had the most consistency with it. That's why I thought about it. You can change it for EX1 Greymon. He allows you to play tie just like the BT12 Greymon, but it's more or less the reason why I like the other one more is that 1K. Because this one is when attacking, so it's nice. You can play a tie, then X Digivolve with X antibody effect to then Digivolve into Greymon X or and then get the one memory and all that stuff. That's a theoretically, or if you're just climbing, you just couldn't find it, and you just finally get tied and you don't have Metal Greymon 12, BT12, it's all fine. But and this again, this is a good tech card. I am not gonna say this is a bad tech card. I just don't have much persistence with it. I don't really, not even say consistent. I don't play it. I never tested it. But it's always been on. I will if I need to, and if the meta change, it will go in. I, I'm very much aware. I do not really much care that much. I just like it's still a good card. Another tech card is Greymon Security Attack +1. This ST1 got cheaper now because of the reboot box. Very much helps a lot of new players who want to play Greymon. It's good in other decks, other Greymon decks. Funny enough, and if you know my Drift Blue Flare fans, but I don't play it because I and yet again don't need that aggression. I don't play that aggressive. It's weird. My aggression. I realize with the build that if I did play it, it would be taking up a different slot. Probably my BET5 Greymon slot, which again, very great card. Gains you a memory if you play Agumon. Play then Agumon X Digivolve on top of him. You get the memory because Agumon X is still an Agumon. And then it continues to get better and better and better. This card literally pays for half itself. And mind you, then you have Ty on the field later on. You can get this, it's going neutral sometimes. It's really a great card. It's really a great card. I do not much care on that. It's just I think it's a great card. Next, 3 Greymon X Antibody. I really have no problem with this card. Yeah, I see it at 4. I prefer 3 because I don't need that many of that slot. If he appears, he appears. I'm not worried. You're gonna see why. It's great because again, Agumon X can also go for the resources too because it's double the same level. It continues to get better. Next is Metal Greymon X, and I'm talking about BT11, not BT9. I don't have it as a tech card for Black War Greymon. It's because it just isn't really, because you're really more climbing. This one's just way much better, in my opinion. In my opinion, this is way much better. Not only does he de-digivolve, and then you have X anybody or Metal Greymon underneath, you get to delete 6 DP or less. It helps. Plus, when you unsuspend, and when we do unsuspend a good amount, it helps even better. But that's not the only thing that's great. That we have Metal Greymon BT12. It's a good card, but piercing is such okay. Piercing is cool and all, but it's really not as much as, for instance, Haribo. It's cool and all, but it, it's not the best card you need. But switching tamers to play your cool boy or your red ties or any other or your Yuyas really does help. And I can be very honest, it really does help. Next we have BT8 Metal Greymon. BT8 Metal Greymon. Again, an excellent card. D Digivolves, and yeah, you get the -3 DP. But if you don't have raid, which you really don't in this deck, this one helps because then it's like you have raid, plus you can unsuspend, plus you can also freaking do so much. And this is just so good. Why I have it at 2 is because for you don't I like to have a 9 ultimates. I really like 9 level 5s. 9 level 5s is very much where I'm comfortable at. Now, our ninth and last one, Metal Greymon Terrace Mode. Just so good. This one is definitely gonna be the most of it because it's 13. It's gonna be the highest, probably because it was the promo and no reprints on this one. And do I think the deck needs it? No. Do I like it? Hell fucking yeah. Because if I don't get Greymon X, I have Volterius one. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm not worried. I'm not worried one bit. Not worried one bit. And mind you, this is also helps with when you have this Greymon X anybody. Cause guess what? You put X anybody onto the bottom of the deck, then your protector still goes on because you have this Alterius one in the line. And sometimes I'm a greedy person. I like to go Metal Greymon into Alterius mode into X just to gain that memory, then go neutral and then get the extra draws. See, I'm a greedy person, but it's helped me very much well. And then BWG, Black or Greymon X, the main guy of the deck. I play him at 3. And now, I've seen people play it at 2. I prefer 3. I like to see him more. He's the guy. It's been very funny because he's been great. And again, I don't play it as aggressive as everyone else, but if I did, he does help. But doesn't mean I don't play aggression. He can unsuspend. All the gist. But he's just such a good card. He switches his attack when he unsuspends, delete the lowest. He wipes out the board. It's great, but it also can be a downside sometimes. Plus, he has reboot. Can never forget the reboot. Next is Black War Greymon, the guy, the man, the guy who just deletes teamers. Oh my god. Tamerzora was deleted. What can you do? Just cry. That's why I say. And guess what? When opponent's Digimon gets deleted, he unsuspends. Works with the Metal Greymon X. You know, if that needed, never worry. That's 6K. Always doing what you can do. But guess what? But that, again, again, that's more on the defensive side. 'Cause guess what? It's when you're mostly blocking, so you can't never forget that because it's not during all turns Metal Greymon X. It's only during your opponent's turn. But still, when you have a blocker like him, and he can unsuspend two, and you can get at least one block and remove his sources. So the opponent's sources, so great, so great. Then it's Galmon. I play him at 2. Now I've seen other players play him with one Black War, one regular War Greymon with reboot BT12. I prefer just to play the 2. This is my aggression. This is my aggression, and I love it. It's just so good. He's still good, and he's really never changing. Now, does it suck? No. It's why. Here's the thing. It's really great because of that one downside. The biggest downside on it, when he unsuspends and you have this monogram on X, and if you play, and at first is a Sukuman deck, because in his text he's always treated as a Greymon in name. Sukuman does not affect him. We found this out during the tournament. I was first in the Sukuman deck, and I was shocked because we were trying to figure it out, and it was surprising. The judge said that it was surprising. It was so great. That it helped me win. That helped me win, and that's why I have to keep him. As much as it is, no other Greymon card says that besides Alterius mode. And guess what? Alterius mode's Alterius mode. uh it's really funny. It really is. Next we have Omnimon X. Yeah, BT10's Omnimon X. It's just good. It's just good. It's really has helped me close out games over Blitz Omni. And I've seen people play both. I just prefer the one because he always is in my hand or always searching. It annoys my opponent that they're never prepared, and he's just so good. Again, Blitz is still Blitz is can go over him, but again, I feel like Blitz in Black War X not needed in my opinion. That's my opinion. Next, our options: Hades Force. Now, Hades Force is probably just so great because it does so much damage, and you get to attack, and you also get to delete your opponent's tamers, and you can reduce it for you can reduce it by 2 when you have X anybody underneath it. Oh my god! And that's not just tells you how much it's a big fuck you. It's a big fuck you. You could be at 4, have it 1, then X evolve. You're giving them 5, and I've never really been hurt by that as much because they're really starting. X anybody, it's needed for the deck. It helps speeds it up. I learned that the hard way. Next, but if I would trade Hades Force, I would do it for Trident Arms. Though I haven't picked it up yet, and I'm planning to. Trident Arms is pretty good because it can be Digivolve 3 to one of your opponents. It's pretty good. I don't have a problem with that. It's a good tech change because, again, it matters on what you see mostly in the meta. So Trident Arms, I think, is a very good card, and it's going to be a very annoying card for a lot of people. But, it's still a good card. Next, we have ties. All right, ties. Yeah, we're gonna start with Black Tie from BT12. This one is obviously I play him at 3. I always thought play on 4. I need him at 3. It makes the most sense. It's such easy, and it's just so great. Plus, it's that 1,000. You get the blocker. He's the reason why you're a blocker. All the fun, and then you gain the memory when you Digiball onto an Omni or a Greymon. This is how you just. This is just really a good card. Next is Red Tie from the 81. Now, you can say, Clue, you were saying you're not trying to be too aggressive. Well, that's why I'm not playing Security Attack +1 Greymon. I have this tie. I can, again, continue to do more, but I've seen that instead I'm gonna need a memory starter from 3. And if you have this and you have this in your hand and you have and you have Greymon BT12, he's really good because I've seen it. I've seen it. You need it. You need a BT12. You need it. And you sometimes don't want to hard play Yuya. Yuya would technically tech in for Red Tie, and because he's good, but I've seen that Yuya is not much needed as much because he is only giving you 2 DP, and then you get same when you get option card protection. That's great. That's great. But we're really not in the option card heavy meta as much as we used to. We're more in the we're more in tamer heavy. We have option cards, and option cards are really cool, but you don't see it as much. And when you have a DP reduction protection, and then you have everything else protection, do you really need it option card protection when you can literally protect yourself? Yeah, if you first is a build starter deck, that's one in the blue moon. Next is Cool Boy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone wants to ban him. Everyone wants this card gone. But it's just a generically good card. As much as everybody saying and being like, "Oh, get this ban," blah blah blah. You really can't. You need this generic card. As much as everyone thinking you don't need this generic card, you need this generic card. This generic card can be changed now for the starter deck type, but I don't see the reason to do that because that's only a draw and 2K. This memory is still needed, and guess what? Yeah, but you don't really. I don't really use them as much. If he gets bumped down to 1, tie goes to 4. It doesn't change me anything. It just continues. I usually don't play both cool boys. I only play one, and it's just like I just need the one cool boy. And if I lose the cool boy, it's like I lose the cool boy. But I need that draw still. That's my honest opinion. And that's pretty much it. I know. It's probably a basic Greymon build, but I pretty much don't have much to say. This is my deck. I enjoy my deck. Let's have some fun and let's see what we can do. Next Tuesday, we're gonna have our second of our podcast of the roundtable, and I'm hoping we can discuss some more stuff that we want to discuss. If you have any ideas you what we can discuss, put in the comments, in the thing, like and subscribe. Definitely put in the comments. I like to see your opinion, and maybe if you guys want to see a build about a different deck that you guys want to see that I might have an idea of, shoot, put it in the comments as well. I might even try to get some gameplay every once in a while at my locals, and when one of my friends don't want to play, they can record it, or I can have my friendlies, and all good. Talk to you guys later. Peace. Now, next